4 videos, 2 days. Man, this was the first scene, man, we hopped into. I'm really just trying to make sure, you know, they on their P's and Q's when it comes to just understanding where to look. This scene was really interesting just because the whole TV scene and having that outside perspective, having that extra scene with them being able to be performative in it, people love that. So like, why not get that bird's eye view? But here, you know, me in a DP with making sure Burks understanding his cues, knowing his stuff in and out, making sure everything flowing, because here we finna get things rolling and fall right into the next take. So my biggest thing too, man, is for sure when it comes to working with any artist, but mainly me and Burks, man, the fact that we already have chemistry when we work together, but making sure that he's comfortable. But my goal is to make sure that he doesn't have to think and that he doesn't even have to even have any anxiety or even doubt. Like, that's my biggest thing, man. And if I'm able to have him just in his 100% effortless flow, if he's just totally flowing and not worrying about what's going on, that makes my job better. Even with putting up this light, man, this was cool because I threw one of the tube lights my DP had, man, and we rigged it up on the ceiling to kind of create this flickering effect, because we wanted to make the hallway more of this flashy scene, and we had the models kind of coop up in the middle, but we really wanted to get a lot of movement in this shot. So that's why the flash was just very neat in this shot. Man, definitely one of the biggest things is making sure you communicate on set, man. Making sure you communicate with the artist, because at any time, you know, they can have some ideas, and trust me, it can definitely get in the way of what you're trying to plan, you know. I'm pretty sure everybody had experience where you come on set and people bringing new ideas, man, this will look cool, this will look cool. No, it's your job as a director, man, to stay stern on what you guys created initially for y'all vision, but making sure y'all walking on that blueprint. Once you gather the foundation, once you gather everything you know you need to make the video seem what it seemed, cool. Now you can have fun. Kind of try that extra shit if y'all have time. But my biggest thing is making sure that the artist, whoever it is, my man Burks, that he has everything that he needs to have his video flushed out in his vision. A big shout out to my homie Trap, bringing this beautiful group of people around, man, and everybody flowed so seamlessly, yo. Like, this was definitely, this is my team, man. ain't nothing, ain't no way around it, man. But definitely, yo, we got a lot of stuff to pick up for, man, and like a lot of stuff that we looking forward to, man. And man, this is just the beginning, man. Like, me and Burks been talking about this shit for a minute, and I just love the fact that I was able to get Burks in a space where he can be his fullest self and don't even have to think or maneuver differently. He can just hop in there, man, like niggas would do in the shower to their own. So, nigga, I'm in there feeling that shit, nigga. Yeah, this is me. So he really exemplified himself. Also, too, man, this room. So, interesting thing about this room, right? So when we first came in there, I was already weirded out because it had crosses and shit everywhere. Me, you know, man. Nah, like, I ain't playing with none of that exorcist, none of that. Like, I ain't trying to have no demon going from this video. And also too, just me, man, being the person that I am, I do not want to put any sort of imagery or messaging out like that to people who viewing this video, because, you know, we on a different wave, man. So in that, taking the crosses down, that made the space even 10 times better. And the fact that it had all these different accessories, like the TV with the spy cam in the corner, it was perfect, man. So we know Burks is a fashion enthusiast, man. Like, bruh loves fashion. He loves putting that shit on, and I already knew off rip, like, he wanted to make that an important piece to what he wanted to be shot. So we definitely had to have him in some flavor. So it was mandatory to have 3 outfits minimum, you know, for each verse. Shout out to the space, man. It just had so much room. So when we was kind of scoping out everything, me and the DP, we checked it out and we was like, yeah, this would be cool. Footage wise, man, we ended up shooting with the Sony FX6. And we ended up shooting with the Black Magic as well. So it was cool, man, being able to pass through the two. The Sony, it was cool too because, you know, man, Black Magic, they be having them big ass files. This was also like one of my first times working with this Sony workflow in the music video production perspective. So it was real seamless, man. I loved it. Like, and just the amount of range that we had through the lenses, going from wide to tight. And I really, when it comes to me, man, I love a good wide look, especially when it comes to capturing the environment and really capturing the artist's atmosphere, I would say, like his aura, his environment. So I'm big on really encapsulating that, Sean, and really being able to translate that in the way that he can. When I tell you one of my favorite things, man, and like especially just with working with Burks, man, but one thing you would notice is you can tell when people are comfortable and when they're not. And it can speak everywhere on them, you know. And the biggest thing for me is whenever I'm chosen, and I'm honored, you know, to be directing this, but whenever I'm chosen, man, I'm bringing the tribe. I'm bringing people who gonna support, but also gonna uplift that space around us. And when I say that whole weekend, that's all we had was good vibes, man. Everything, we flew. We glided. We had a small bump in the road on day one, but at the end of the day, man, throughout the week, man, we came out on top. We won, man. And like I said, I wouldn't do it with any other team. For me, like, especially when I'm just directing, I ain't worried about nothing but focusing on the interaction, the artist, and just the flow of everything. I like to break things up in threes. And it's funny that you mentioned threes, right? So in threes, I always like to break up the scenes in threes, but I also break those scenes also in threes. So we do 3 takes of everything. So we'll do a solo, we'll do a of course a solo, but we'll do at least 1 to 2 performative scenes, and then we'll do at least 1 to 2 group scenes. And I mean with 3 because 3 to me is a magic number. If I got 1, that means I'm solid. If I got 2, I got to back up. If I got a third one, that means I got more than enough. So at least at the end of the day, if I get 4, I'm just overdoing it. You know what I'm saying? But 3 is like that good number where I know, where I'm confident enough. Like if I get in this editing room, okay, I got enough, you know? And big shout out to Burks, man. Everybody loved his energy. Everybody felt respected. Everybody knew and felt comfortable with my man. Like they already knew the type of timing he was on, you know. But it was just cool being able to also just see our worlds collide again, man. Because me and Burks we've been knowing each other for some time. And we all, man, as a trio, we was all aligned on the vision, man. Like we was all on one, man. If we wasn't sure about something, we gonna make sure we're sure about it, then we gonna move forward. Like that workflow was one of the easiest workflows I've ever dealt with. But also going even back to Burks, man, like just one thing I love about this man, and I say love because I see him as a brother, but even in that, man, like he'll say it all the time, man, hey, get your shit off. But he's also very adamant about like, yo, I know this is my vision, I know this is my baby, but I'm bringing you in, I'm honored to bring you in. So get your shit off, like make this shit a part of you, you know, flush everything you have or whatever you've been trying to do, anything that comes to mind, you know what I'm saying? If it fits, like, let's do it. So being able to have that creative freedom, you know what I'm saying, to strategize and put things together however I see fit, or even just him having that open-mindedness, and even like, hey man, you know, that might not be too bad, or even him even simply giving me the feedback, because it's hard when you talking with people and they don't give you shit back, and you can give them shit and they like, well, I don't want this, you know. So even having somebody being on top of their stuff, knowing what they want, like, it makes the process so much seamless, man. I can't be more grateful.